Hello friends, welcome to the Tech Granth. Today's problem is generate parenthesis, and the problem here says that you are given an input number n and you have to generate n pairs of valid parentheses. So what does valid parenthesis means? That the parenthesis should be well formed. So if you see for n equal to 3, these are the valid parentheses because each of the opening brace or each of the opening parentheses has a corresponding closing parenthesis. Nothing are like we have a case where we have something like this. So this is not a valid parenthesis because for this closing parenthesis there is no corresponding opening parenthesis, and for this opening parenthesis there is no corresponding closing parenthesis. So we have to generate and return the list of well formed parentheses. So how we can approach this problem? So whenever you get a problem where you have to generate a set of something, or you have to generate combination, so these kind of problem are efficiently solved using backtracking, and we are going to use that in this particular problem also. So whenever you get a problem, and there are bunch of problems on LeetCode itself where you have to get combination of number or combination of characters or strings, so all those can be solved using this technique. So let us jump into the solution, and I'll guide you through the approach. And one thing that we have to keep in mind here is, since we are dealing with parentheses and we have to generate well formed parentheses, so uh, the idea here should be that whenever you first need to create the open braces or open parentheses here, and based on the number of opening bracket you have to decide that that many closing brackets should be there. So that can be your boundary condition kind of thing. So let's jump into the solution and we'll see. So we can have something like result, this is equals to new array list, and we need to backtrack. So we can backtrack on some basically some other method. So we can say generate this is generate parenthesis, so we can say generate value or generate parenthesis, whatever name you want to give, and we can return the result. So this is what we need to do. We can have a private void generate value, and we need to do something here. What we need to do here is we need to populate the result. Now what will be the input for this particular method, generate value method? So one input will be, you need this result, so you need to populate it. This will be there. Then next thing you require is how many, since you have to backtrack, so you need to keep in mind next time when you are going into the loop, so that time you have to you should have a value which will tell that, or you should have a variable which will tell you that how many brackets are already open and how many are closed. So you need an integer which will tell you the number of opening bracket and number of closing bracket, and also the length. So length is basically this n, how many pairs you need to generate. So you can say it as n. So these are the numbers which are required here. Same thing we have to pass here. So we'll pass a result, and the number of opening bracket when we started was 0, closing was 0, and this is n. So we are ready with the skeleton. Now next thing is we have to populate result. Now when we will populate the result? So result will be populated when the uh, basically when we have three pair of the bracket. So we have length of the bracket here, or the number of pairs here. So if and I think we need one more thing, and that thing is we need a string here. Now the string will be to basically to create this string which we will add it in the list. So we need to check whether str dot length, if this length is equals to 2 times the number of pair that has been given to us. If this is the case, then we will populate this result list. So we'll add the string in this list. So we'll do this, okay, and we will return from here. So this is our base case. where we will be populating the result array. Now next thing is we need to backtrack, or we need to basically recurse to this particular function generate value, so that we are able to generate the opening bracket and the closing bracket. So how many opening brackets are required? So opening brackets will be equal to the number n which has been given to us. So we will recurse for opening bracket as long as this open is less than equal to or less than n. So we will recurse as long as this is less than not equal to, because we will start from 0 indexing, so it will be less than n. So we will call result, we will say open is 1 or open plus 1, because we have added one opening bracket here, and closing we have not added, so close will still be the same, n will still be the same, and our string will become str plus we have added something here. So what we have added is this opening bracket, so that is what we have added, so our string will change here. So this is the case. So every time this open is less than n, we will recurse and we will add an opening bracket, so these three will be formed. Now next we have to add the closing braces. So closing braces, how many closing braces we will add? At max we have to add n braces, but if you see all these example, so there will be some cases where we have an opening and closing bracket, then again an opening bracket. So the closing bracket is bounded by the number of opening bracket. So this close will be bounded by number of opening bracket. So as long as the closing bracket is less than opening bracket, we can recurse for that. So we can recurse for this, and we'll say we'll have the result here, and this time opening bracket open will be same as whatever opening bracket we got for this particular function. Close will be close plus 1, because we are adding 1 here as part of this particular call. N will be same, and string will be string plus we are adding one closing bracket here. So this is the recursion call for closing bracket. So if we just go through this code, or if we do a dry run of this particular code, so we'll see that okay, result is empty currently, and we have 0 opening, 0 closing, and n has been passed, and also we need to pass empty string here for str, because we don't have anything till now. So a check will be done, str.length is equals to 2 times n, which is not the case. So I will go to the open, and since open is 0, n is 3, for example if we are taking 3, so we can recurse here. So we will have result open plus 1, and opening bracket will be added. Next time again opening bracket will be added, so 3 times opening bracket will be added, 4th time the open will be more than n value, so I will not recurse there. So next time the recursion will happen for this close, and it will go ahead and it will add 3 closing bracket. So when we return from this particular position, that time we can have something like this this particular condition, and we can add another closing bracket here, and when we go for this closing bracket, that time my open will be less than n, because I have only 2 opening brackets, so I can have one more, and now n is equals to 3, so this condition will not be success. So next time the closing bracket will be added, and again one more closing bracket will be added. So that is how it should work. So let us try to run this code. So it seems okay. I will submit it, and it is accepted. So there are other ways also to solve this particular problem. Basically you can use dynamic programming also to solve or to attempt this condition. If you remember the last video that I did, it was to get the length of longest valid parenthesis. So there I used dynamic programming. So similar concept can be used for this also. Also you can use stack to solve this particular problem, but whenever I feel it's like a common kind of scenario, so you can have your basically your finger can have a memory, and it can start typing backtracking as soon as it listens to the word generate all combination. So this works very nicely for all different kind of problem which involves forming various permutation of number or character. So you can give it a try, and do like the video if you find it helpful, and if you have any comments, so do put it in the comment section. That's it for this video. See you in the next one.